Ladies and gentlemen, it's a pleasure for me to be here and sharing with you this great message today. First of all, my name is George. I'm a past student of Canada College. And yes, today it's a joy. As I said, it's really a privilege for me to stand here and share with you this message. And I'm pretty sure that it's going to help each one of you here. So my message today is about what we call the ESBI quadrant, or it's also called the cash flow quadrant. So what is it really? The ESBI quadrant, as the name says itself, ESBI, starting with E. E stands for employee, S stands for self-employed, and B stands for business owner, and I stands for investors. That's why we call it ESBI quadrant. So it's something really important that's going to help you in your entire life. So let's start by explaining what are all those points, or what are all those quadrants that we've said. We start with the first quadrant, which is the E. That stands for employee. Employee means somebody who has a job, as we all know. Somebody who has a job is called an employee. Somebody who's looking for a job and he has it, we call him an employee. The S stands for self-employed. Self-employed is somebody who owns the job. Somebody who owns the job. The owner of the job is free. He works for himself. That's the person that we call self-employed. And the B stands for business owner. Business owner is somebody who owns a system. You know, there's a system that somebody is owning. That person, we call him a business owner. Like McDonald's, we know the system that they are owning, so we call those people the business owners. They own a system, a certain system, and they have people working for them. That's what we call the business owners. And I stand for investors. Investors are people who invest in something so that money can work for them. For them, they just sit and money will work for them. So this is the explanation or the definition of all these four quadrants. So going more deeper, let us now speak about the four quadrants in a different way. Like, what are their priorities? All these four quadrants, what are their priorities? When we see these four quadrants, we can divide them into two. We can divide them into two. ESBI, we can divide them into, we have the ES part and the BI part. The ES part, we call them the active people, and the BI part, we call them the passive people. So what's the meaning of that? We're gonna discover it when we are going to speak more. So I say, let's first of all start by explaining or telling what are their priorities. When we see an employee, his priority is what? The security of his job. He wants his job to be secure. He doesn't want to lose his job. That's what we call an employee. So when we move on to the self-employed, what is his priority? His priority is what? The independence. He wants to work for himself. He doesn't want to depend on somebody. So whatever he does, he wants it to come from himself. He doesn't want somebody to command him. He's not like an employee who is working for somebody. No, for him, he works for himself. He's self-employed. That is, his priority is what? The independence. He wants to be free. And when we speak about the B, the business owner, we can make them all together, the business owner and the investors. For them, it's the freedom, the financial freedom. That's their priority. Their priority is what? Financial freedom. They have people working for them, or they invest in something for them to have what we call the financial freedom. So, as I said also earlier, these four quadrants can be divided into two. The two first, we can call them the active people, and the two others we can call them the passive. Active, the E and S are the active. Why? Because they have to work. An employee has to wake up each and every morning and go for work. Otherwise, he will lose his job, or the money, or they will not pay him the full money. So he has to work. He works for his boss. He is working so that he can have money. So he exchanges the time that he's taking to money. He is exchanging his effort, his work to money. So for him to get money, he has to work. So he's active. That's why I also said about the self-employed. We also call them the active people. Why? Because they should also work. If he doesn't work, he doesn't have money. If he doesn't work for himself, money doesn't come inside. Money doesn't come in, and he will not get money. He has to really work. So 7 per 7, 24 hours per 24, he has to work so that he can have money. When we jump to the other qualities, to the other types, or the other quadrants, the business quadrant and the investor quadrant, we call them passive. Why? Because like a business owner, he can own a business, he has employed some people, and those people are working for him. Those people are working for him. You can see somebody just sitting and just waiting for the money to come at the end of the month, just waiting for the money to come from certain businesses that he has created. So he owns the system. He has people that are working for him. He can be passive. He can be sitting at home, but yet he's gaining money. And the same thing with an investor. He can invest in something, and then the money will start coming. For example, I'll give an example of Michael Jackson, for example. He died long ago, but we can see that he is earning more than what he was earning when he was alive. Why? Because he just created the system, he was singing, and now his album are sold all over the world, and he's still gaining money even if he doesn't work. So that's why we call them the passive part. So this is how we differentiate the four of them. So the next point is the advantages and the disadvantages of each and everybody. The two first, the employee and the self-employed. What are the advantages and what are the disadvantages? The disadvantages of self-employed, as I said, he exchanges his energy, his time to money. If he doesn't work, money doesn't come. That's the first. And when we speak about the advantages of these two parts is like there is a lot of risk. When you are an employee or when you are a self-employed, there is no risk at all. For example, when you are self-employed, it's your own work. I will give an example of somebody like a tailor. That's his own work. There is no any risk that he has invested somewhere and he will lose something. No, it is his own work. He works whenever he wants. That's his freedom. He is free. The self-employed, we can speak about the tailors, people who do even photography. We can speak about people who do some certain small business. That's who we call the self-employed. So there is no lot of risk. This is the advantages and disadvantages of the first two quadrants. And the other two quadrants, the advantages is like, money will come in and they really don't have to work always. They can be passive, but money will come inside. And the other advantage is like low taxes. There's no lot of taxes. For example, somebody who works for himself, he owns a small business. The government will come and they will ask him for taxes and all. But somebody who invests in something, there's low tax compared to the other people in the two first quadrants. So this is the advantages that they have. Talking about the disadvantages, we can speak about the risk. There is a lot of risk. For example, you own a big business and suddenly at a certain point everything just collapses and you don't have anything remaining. So you will really regret a lot. Investing as well, you can invest in something with some people and people can cheat on you. So what I can give as an advice is like, we all need to aspire to be people who are in the two last quadrants, either a business owner or investor. But yet, when we work as employees or as self-employed, we need also to aspire to be business owners or investors. Why? Because at that moment, you will earn money. Money will start working for you. You will no more work for money, but money will work for you. So you can start as an employee, but have in mind that you can create your own system to be a business owner, or you can invest in something so that money will start working for you and you will not be always there to work for money. So this is a message that I wanted to give to you today. Thank you so much for listening to me. Please, if you have not yet subscribed to the channel, make sure you subscribe and like the video, share it also with others. Thank you so much and have a good day.